The common assumption is that paella was invented in Valencia, and that's a bit imprecise. Paella was actually born in El Palmar, a sleepy fishing town 20 minutes drive from Valencia, surrounded by wetlands and rice fields. And because I believe that if you can try a dish in the place it was born, then there is no reason to try it anywhere else, I went right there and ordered one for me. Compared to Madrid and Barcelona, Valencia doesn't really give me the vibe of a tapas city. But I feel like for me it's become a little bit of a ritual just to have some tapas before dinner. I guess we can start with the olives. There's a beautiful plate of olives of different shades of green. And there's also like pickled cucumber, I think. Wow, they actually taste so different. This orange one is like... The ones that are more brownish, they tend to be very bitter, while the ones with this kind of yellow and green color tends to be more sour. Can never go wrong with olives in Spain, honestly. And as you can see, I've ordered some Agua de Valencia. This is a Valencian cocktail, and the base is cava, which is a sparkling wine. Then there is orange juice, vodka, and gin. It's quite a heavy cocktail. Let's continue with the croquetas, otherwise they'll become very cold. These are croquetas with mushroom. I love the very crispy breaded coating on top. Yeah, inside you've got this kind of beautiful puree of, I think, potato and mushroom. Very tempting. So these croquetas are just really good, and I wish I had like a couple of more of them if I didn't have to have dinner, obviously. Okay, I guess it's time to tackle this big bowl of Padron peppers. I actually wasn't expecting them to be so big. I thought I was going to order a tapas, but this is a lot of green peppers. And Padron peppers are actually from the northwest of Spain. They should be mild. They look like they've been roasted, salt over it, so not been overly seasoned or anything. So let's give it a try. Yeah, they're roasted pepper. Yeah, they're not spicy at all, but they've got this beautiful char kind of flavor to them. Just with a little bit of salt. I love that. And I actually said it was going to be difficult to finish all of this, but actually it's not. Like, this is just like a snack. It's one biter, really. So I don't think I will actually struggle with this. Agua de Valencia. Nice cocktail to kind of wash down all those green peppers. I found some of the restaurants' opening times here a bit bizarre. Some of them open from 9 PM to 11 PM, like just for 2 hours. Oh well, that means I'm gonna hang around for more tapas for now. I wanna try a typical tosta, a slice of toasted bread, and I wanna have it with sobrasada, which is a raw cured pork sausage paste similar to nduja. I found a place in Valencia that serves it, even though it came covered in cheese. So my hope really is that the sobrasada is on the bottom. Let's give it a try. The sobrasada is definitely on the bottom. Compared to the Italian nduja, it's kind of mild in taste. It's got a kind of spicy sausage taste to it, but not as spicy as I expected. I think all this cheese kind of overwhelms the flavor of the sobrasada itself, because the cheese is also salty, and there is some oregano sprinkle on the top. Love the crunchy bread though. And the second tosta that I've got is the one with sardinas ahumada, marinated and smoked sardine. Simple and beautiful, and they are sitting on a bed of fresh tomatoes and obviously like some unmissable olive oil. You can hear the crunch. Oh, this one is pretty salty. Sardines have got like a nice and smoky flavor to them, but also they are kind of vinegary, kind of pickled. The tomato has not been seasoned, it's just like fresh. It's really nice. Valencia is a city of almost 1 million inhabitants, and yet, walking around the city center, the small alleys, it has got a beautiful and romantic ancient town vibes. Here, I try my first traditional rice dish. Even though I will keep calling this a paella, this is not a paella. Valencian people are meticulous with their definitions. Paella refers to a saffron rice dish with chicken and rabbit. Any other combination of ingredients is an arroz. Thank you.
Ta-da!
Okay, my beautiful Arroz Negre has arrived. It's a big portion, but I think I'm gonna make it. So Arroz Negre, Arroz essentially means rice, and Negre means black. This has not to be confused with black rice paella, which is kind of a different thing. The reason why this paella is black is because it contains squid ink. You know, some restaurants sometimes they cheat and they put like tablets of colorants. The reason for having squid ink into a paella is because it not only gives the black color to it, but actually gives a lot of deep seafood flavor to it. And you know, the seafood smell that comes from this paella is amazing. So there are langoustines, small shrimps, mussels as well. I want to try just the rice first. I love how the rice is kind of stuck to the bottom, kind of charred. Amazing. The seafood flavor, it's salty. The squid ink, that's a distinct flavor. Also what I can taste is a very deep flavor of garlic, and so in some places they mix the paella with alioli sauce. I don't think this has got any of it. This is just like pure garlic. I can actually feel there are pieces of garlic amidst the rice grains. And what you don't see is that this paella is filled with fish. On the surface you just see this kind of, you know, shrimps and the langoustines, the mussels, but actually on the bottom, completely covered in black, you've got even more. There's so much fish. There's baby octopus, there is mussels, there is shrimps, all in one bite. This is seafood flavor overload. Let's grab this big shrimp. That's why I waited to come to Valencia to try paella. I could have had paella in Barcelona or in Madrid, but I really wanted to have this in Valencia. Just the rice grains, like they're perfectly cooked. They're not too soft. They actually retain some of the texture. You can tell that this has been cooked by an experienced paella chef. I've ordered a bottle of water to do frequent mouthwash. Kind of suspicious that this black ink is gonna stain your teeth. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what this green thing is. And I want to try to peel this langoustine. Actually, you don't actually have to peel it. It's already peeled off. Look at this beautiful little guy. This is perfection of an arroz negre. If you don't suck the head of these little guys, you're doing the job in an incomplete way. That paella was good. It was very good. But one of the things that you should know about eating paella in Valencia and probably somewhere else in Spain is that if you want that kind of traditional the paella dish, right? It's going to be minimum 2 portions. So the price that you see in the menu, which I saw, it was £21. I thought £21 is reasonable, but actually it's a double price, so it was actually £43. So just take that into account. They don't do single portions, so it's quite expensive. It's really good, but a good paella, but it's quite expensive. I keep coming back to this square. It's really beautiful. I really love it. Somehow I keep ending up here. Good morning, my friend from the city of Valencia. It's pretty early in the morning. We are heading to El Palmar, which is a town like 20 kilometers from Valencia, so we're gonna take a bus. We're going there because that's the birthplace of Paella Valenciana. There is the lake, the biggest lake in Europe, and there are lots of rice fields, and yeah, we're gonna explore the town and see if we can find a good paella. But first, my cappuccino and my croissant. And this is actually a coconut milk cappuccino. El Palmar is a picturesque fishing village with around 800 inhabitants in the middle of the natural park of La Albufera, which hosts the largest lake in Europe. I would have expected more tourists here, but this place seems to follow its own different rhythm of life. All around, wetlands and rice fields, telling stories of generations of farmers whose life was based on harvesting rice. Okay, so we managed to find a restaurant. We actually stumbled into one of the restaurants, one of the many restaurants in town. This restaurant is actually in the Michelin Guide. It's called Maribel Arroceria. Arroz means rice. This is a restaurant that obviously specializes on rice, like all the restaurants in El Palmar. And I've got two brilliant dudes here. Chris from Canada, Thomas from Czech Republic. And we are all set up. We've ordered some beers and we're gonna have our beautiful paella, but also some other things. So it's like a strange patatas bravas. There are some proper patatas and there are some crisps as well. That's the first time I say crisps with patatas bravas. Usually the sauce are alioli sauce and the brava sauce, which is the orange one, which is the spicy one. That's based on paprika, right? I've never seen the yellow one, which looks like mustard. And obviously there is paprika sprinkled on the top. Yeah, I can recognize the brava sauce. The yellow one is kind of like, almost like cheese.
So he said there were two kinds of beer.
Bueno, aquí les comento un poco el tomatito.
Oh, tuna and tomato?
Yes. This is tomato, Valencian tomato and with tuna. Okay, this es un tomate deshidratado.
Oh yeah, the dry.
This is the grilled cheese, this cream, the grilled cheese, anchovy.
Yeah. Anybody want to split that anchovy?
Big tuna fillets on the top, big slices of tomatoes, and then there are some dried tomatoes as well. I'm just gonna grab some tomato, some of this nice tuna, make a single bite out of this. Wow.
This is really good though. Not there.
Tomatoes taste really fresh. Yeah, the tuna is meaty, it's salty, overall really nice. I thought this white thing was mayonnaise, but it's actually some kind of cheese. Oh, I wonder if this is a queso de cabra, sheep cheese. These tomatoes are so fresh, you probably don't even need vinegar or oil. Or actually, I am going to drizzle a little bit of the olive oil. Olive oil is supposed to taste good in Spain. The patatas bravas are also really nice, like crispy on the outside and very soft inside, and very saucy with this kind of triple sauce. I also love the sardina ahumada, preserved and smoked sardine. Really fishy and salty. I want to try a piece of tuna with this kind of brown sauce, which I'm not entirely sure what it looks like. This is peanut butter.
Yeah. It is peanut butter, yeah. That was quite good with the tuna.
Yeah.
Never would think peanut butter would be good with it.
Exactly. Yeah. Tuna and peanut butter. It was really unexpected and nice. Oh yeah, I forgot. The croquetas.
Croquetas.
Yeah, gracias. Okay. Yeah, I'd forgotten about the croquetas. We actually ordered 3 croquetas.
Oh yeah.
Potato croquette. There should be some piece of ham, like jamon inside.
Creamy. Reminds me of home deep fried. Can't taste the meat, but it's very nice.
I didn't want to leave El Palmar without trying also the ají y pebre, which essentially translates to garlic and pepper. Doesn't even mention the eels, which obviously constitute the base of the dish, although it can be swapped with a different kind of fish.
That's eel right there. I'll take a piece of that.
And there are also some potatoes. I'm not very sure what the soup is based on, but I can tell you there is paprika.
Oh, that's delicious. Yeah. Yeah, like I've never really seen it.
Let's try this piece of eel. Dissolves in your mouth. You can confirm the sauce is paprika based. There are also some potatoes. Oh yeah, this has been the surprise of the day so far. We'll see what the paella brings back. This soup, I think the best thing to do is to actually take a piece of fresh bread, just do what Italians like to do.
Yes, the best part.
Like scarpetta, just scoop the sauce from the plate and just feast on this paprika sauce. And if you can grab a piece of eel in the process of scooping, then you win the jackpot. Yeah. This is what it is at.
So good, eh? Yeah, very tender. soup that makes it, you know?
This must be one of the best discoveries I made so far. The sauce is spicy, it's a bit oily. Look at this.
Hola guapos, por favor ayudarme lo que quieran. Lo sientas.
And finally, the most anticipated moment of this whole trip, Paella Valenciana. It looks nice and yellow. So this is traditional paella with rabbit and chicken.
So what's the rabbit? Which one's the rabbit? It's just chicken.
And there are also like beans, some large fava beans. It's yellow, probably color given by the saffron. And yeah, I'm just gonna grab a bit of the rice and this big piece of chicken leg. That's the true Paella Valenciana in Palmar kind of experience. It's good. The rice is super well cooked. It's not mushy or anything, it's just moist. Despite, you cook it for a long time, it doesn't become too soft. It absorbs the water and so retains this kind of shape and texture. Chicken also looks very juicy. I'm gonna grab a piece of this chicken leg. We're gonna finish this.
Yeah, I try.
I know we can do this.
I like your attitude.
Managed to get through this wonderful paella. It was a very good experience. Maybe a little bit salty for some people.
Still good.
Yeah, just a little bit, but it was still eatable.
You guys made me realize that I probably ate too salty, because for me it was just right. So I probably need to review my salt intake. My friend, it's been a privilege to show you these parts of Spain. Give a like to this video if you wish, and let's move to the next food adventure.